gonna do it. I'm going to convince you that you need to keep your crochet hooks out all summer long. The way I'm going to get you today is I'm going to offer up 10 amazingly giftable crochet patterns that you can make for summer gifts. Hello, and welcome to Bla Bla Black Sheep, a weekly yarny podcast where I, Sarah Korth of SEK Handmade, talk all things yarny. Today we're talking giftable patterns for summer events. I'm diving right into our pattern roundup. The way this is going to go down is I have 5 categories with 2 pattern suggestions each, which will leave us with 10 quick, fun, and perfectly giftable summer patterns. Our first category will be coasters. Coasters are super quick and easy to work up, and I've got 2 really adorable ones for you. The other reason that I love them for summertime is we're always getting out ice cold drinks to keep us cool in the summer, and we gotta protect our furniture. My first suggestion is the Flower Power. This is such a cute pattern by the Crochet Fix, and it is both paid and free. It uses a DK weight yarn, and I would recommend cotton for its ability to absorb all of that moisture from our nice cool drinks. This would be a great way to really explore color combinations. You could make them to match the home decor of the person you're gifting it to, or you could make it in lots of fun, bright summer colors that would be just a pop of color for any living space. My next suggestion is the Citrus Slice Coaster. Nothing says summer better than slices of lemons and limes and oranges. These would be perfect for poolside, but would also make a great indoors accessory as well. Just a little bonus tip for coasters. These items are great to work up several and make them into a garland that can be hung. So while coasters are a pretty adult gift, you could make a garland of these and they would be super cute in a kid's room or even like a playroom or fort. I love nothing more than eating ice cream in the summer, and that's why my next category is ice cream cozies. I hope that by now all of us have made a cup cozy for coffee, but an ice cream cozy is the perfect transition to summertime. These are made to fit pints of ice cream, so those smaller kind of single serving containers of ice cream. What a great way to be able to hold on to the cold ice cream and eat it up without freezing your fingers. My first suggestion is simply called the Ice Cream Pint Cozy, and it's by Hooked by Angel. While this says cat nowhere in the pattern title, it is the most adorable cat ice cream cozy I have ever seen. Those little ears and that curly tail on the back are just adorable. The pattern calls for worsted weight yarn, which if you're like me, you've got a ton of scraps of those laying around. That would be perfect for making these adorable little cozies in bright, fun colors, just like the designer has. This one is a paid pattern, and I will be sure to link to all of the patterns in the show notes below, so you don't have to go hunt them down. I've already got all of the links for you. My second suggestion is the Pico Ice Cream Cozy by the Turtle Trunk, and this one is going to work up lickety-split. Available as a paid and free pattern, this gorgeously textured ice cream cozy is made in a bulky weight yarn. Just want to give you a little heads up, I'm linking to the Ravelry listing where you can purchase it or find the link to get it for free on her blog. The first link to her blog in the description on Ravelry is just to her greater blog. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of the listing, though, there is a direct link to this pattern. My next suggestion for a handmade summer gift are headbands. It's the time of year where you want to pull your hair back off your face when it gets hot outside, and there's nothing sweeter than a handmade, and there's nothing sweeter than a handmade headband. My first suggestion is the Whispering Lace Summer Headband. This pattern is by Cypri and Nolan, and it is available paid and free. The designer suggests a worsted weight cotton, which would be perfect for this. But you know me, I think that wool is a year-round fiber, and so I think you could probably use any scraps of yarn that you have to make this headband. This headband also comes in lots of sizes, but it's a simple enough pattern. I imagine it would be super easy to customize this to anyone you're gifting it to. Next up, I have one of my headband patterns. This is the Francesca headband, and it is a paint pattern. I worked this one up in a DK weight cotton yarn, and I think it's just such a fun headband to add a little something to your outfit or to use to pull your hair back. This is also super customizable, so you can fit it to anyone you're gifting it to, and there are two widths, a wider and a more narrow headband size. My fourth giftable suggestion is a water bottle carrier. I know that the joke is that back when I was little, and this is totally true, that we just drank out of drinking fountains and hoses and nobody carried a water bottle around, but I don't think that that was necessarily better. Now that kids and adults alike are carrying around water bottles with them everywhere, it's nice to have something to slip it in with a little strap that you can more easily hold onto it and even be hands-free. My first suggestion is this beautiful lacy pattern. This is simply called the Water Bottle Holder by Crochet Dreams. This is available as a paid and a free pattern. It also uses a worsted weight cotton yarn, which I have quite a bit of laying around, and I think this would be a great pattern to practice that fun, more lacy stitch on and really master it to maybe move on to bigger projects that have a similar lace fabric. My second suggestion is one that my boys would love. This would be a great one to make in team colors or kids' favorite colors. This is the Checkered Water Bottle Holder by Esther Thompson. This is also a paid and free pattern, and it uses an Aran weight cotton, which is even a little heavier than worsted, so it would work up super quick. Also, I think this more solid fabric is perfect for kids. You know, most kids are kind of rough and tumble with this stuff, so the water bottle not being able to catch on lace makes this just a really great option for anybody who's not going to carefully slide their water bottle into the Handmade water bottle holder. My fifth and final category is a sunglasses case. While I don't spend a lot of money on my sunglasses, if I'm gonna toss them into a bag, it is nice to have them in a case so that the stems of the glasses don't get caught on things and they don't get bent or bashed around or possibly have a lens pop out. While obviously a crocheted sunglasses case isn't gonna give a ton of protection, it's definitely gonna help out a little bit, and I mean, these are just so stinking cute. My first suggestion is the Happy Daisy sunglasses case. You guys, this is adorable. I love that the flower folds over to keep your sunglasses in. This is by Alexis Middleton, and it is a free pattern. The pattern calls for an Aran weight cotton yarn, and I think you could definitely do that, or probably even get a very similar effect with a worsted weight cotton yarn. My second suggestion is maybe a little more of a mature vibe. The Solana sunglasses case has just a really gorgeous texture to it. This pattern is by Dana Hogan, and it is a paid pattern. This pattern calls for worsted weight yarn held double, which means you would take 2 strands and crochet with those at the same time. This could also be substituted, in my opinion, for a single strand of bulky weight yarn. Want to remind you real quick that all of the links to all of these patterns are in the show notes below. You do not need to hunt them down. I also want to encourage you to dive into your stash and take a look at your scrap yarns, because you might be able to make some really amazing gifts and use up some of that amazing yarn in your stash. Today I'm wearing my Dylan shawl. This is one of my vacation shawls, so it works up with 1 skein of yarn. It's an easily memorizable row repeat, so I think you'll find it not only the perfect pattern to use up that 1 skein of yarn you have in your stash, but also a really relaxing project for summer. Also, could make a great gift. This stunning speckled yarn that I used is by Euphoria Knits, and I'll have a link to their shop in the show notes as well. My earrings are by one of my favorite local artists. These are by Mandrel Works, and they are handcrafted by the lovely and kind Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I've inspired you to make some fun summer gifts. and to keep crocheting all summer long. If you found this video fun and inspiring, I would love it if you would subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video, leave a comment and tell me, are you making any summer gifts? What are you making? Even if you're not making summer gifts, what are your favorite summer projects to work on? Thank you again for joining me. I'll see you right back here next week. And until then, happy crafting!